Vlog number 3, and a whole new setup. I've stopped using the computer webcam because it is really grainy and really crummy, and Meg filled me in on how to actually use this camera because I am like a senior citizen when it comes to technology. I could care less about it. It kind of fascinates me, but I just don't really have the patience to sit around and learn how to do certain things. But she filled me in, so this is the camera I will hopefully be using from now on, unless my father decides to take it out of my possession. Today, well, let's not start with today. Let's start about the rest of the week. I kind of have a plan for what I'm going to be doing with the vlog for the rest of the week. I've, kind of brainstormed a little bit, and we'll see where it goes. But I do have a plan for the next couple of days. I didn't do anything yesterday, and I hope that didn't really make anybody upset. I'm sure there's not enough people to be watching to be made upset by that, so that's all good. But today, I'm going to talk about writing, creative writing. I love writing. I've loved writing since I was about 13 years old. It's a huge passion of mine. I'm probably not that great at it, but I do want to share a few pieces that I've done just to kind of get it out there, and we could talk about writing, in the comments, criticism, critique of my work, or just kind of discussing the passion that is writing. So, let me just start off with a piece that I wrote, and it's actually on my blog. I'll try and post a link for that. I don't really post a lot on my blog just because I don't have a lot of time to get on there and do writing outside of my schoolwork. So, and I really don't have a lot of writing this semester, but school kind of adds up. I'm lucky to actually sit down for a couple minutes and do this every day. So, without further ado, I shall present the kind of monologue-ish piece I wrote called Writing. Writing. Love it, hate it, can't live without it, and can't live with it. Such is the bane of the English major / part-time philosopher. Yes, this all sounds cute and coy, like something a repressed, self-declared nerd would ponder over a cup of coffee in the back corner of Starbucks. Not me. Yes, me. This is just a phenomenon I've heard from my English professor and read in angsty books about self-discovery. Unfortunately, it's also the conclusion of my own experiences with that morphine-like drug we call writing. In case you have not yet comprehended the seesaw that is writing, it goes something like this. It's both angel and devil, poison and cure, sorrow and joy, etc., yada yada yada, blah blah blah. And that sums up last semester as well. Nope, didn't meet an angel or a devil, wasn't poisoned or cured. I did feel sadness, I'm too happy a person for sorrow, at least on the outside, and joy, to a degree. Of course, all this happened in the metaphorical sense, not the literal. And I learned the true meaning of what is now, to me, a semi-evil word. Generate. Generate, generate, generate. What is to be generated, you ask? Work, pieces, poetry, self-molded creative exercises that leave you less molded than when you began and potentially bald for the rest of your life. Exaggeration, but an exaggeration that nips at the heels of truth. And I loved and, of course, hated every minute of all that generating. Word to the wise, creative writing classes are a bit like boxing with yourself and your instincts and style, with your peers coaching, but you're hardened and aware of your own weaknesses once you come out bloody and bruised. It is a well-known fact that nature abhors a vacuum. This semester I have no English or writing classes, virtually no papers. Yeah, lucky. So, if you read my blog, I pity you. For the next semester, whenever I find time, I will be blogging in order to fill the void. Did you forget that magic phrase? Generate, generate, generate. Even if it's total crap, write it down. I'll be trying some different exercises. I would greatly appreciate hearing any feedback, yada yada yada. And that's basically it. But I'll also be trying to post a link for any new music or songs that I think are worthy of dancing in a gloriously humiliating fashion in front of your bathroom mirror to, as well as links for books that only increase my appetite for words, and hopefully will do the same for you. Now that was kind of a little excerpt from my blog, but it's also a piece I wrote, and the end was more of an excerpt from my blog. But there you go, there you have it. That is kind of a monologue-ish type thing, rant I wrote about writing. A rant I wrote about writing.